on Wednesday. We love crushing on women who are doing amazing things in the world of entertainment. And this morning, we're joined by musician Rachel Kwainona. She is an Afropop R&B singer, songwriter. I was going to say part-time activist, but I'm not sure I should be happy with that. I'll just say activist, maybe even full-time. Rach, good morning, and thank you for making time for us this morning.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I love the hair.
Thank you.
Very colorful.
Yeah, thank you.
We were joking off here, and I was like, how do I address you? Because it seems like you dabble in a lot of things.
Yeah.
From a music perspective, whether it's the songwriting aspect, the producing, and the singing. I mean, how did you find your way into this musical space?
Okay, so first things first, I knew that I wanted to sing, like from a very young age. I just knew that I wanted to be a singer. And then growing up, I was like, okay, I also like to draw as well.
All right.
But then that's when I started to struggle, like, am I like an artist who's a drawer and then a singer? How do I address that?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, singer-songwriter and then / artist, because I do both. But yeah, I've always known that I wanted to be a singer and always sang at home, so... Yeah.
I mean, to get to the space that you are now, like I know you went to uni, Bachelor of Arts as well.
Yeah.
How did that fit into that journey of trying to find your identity as a musician?
So with studying my BA at the UZ, they had that I had to study a component of theater arts, which was really cool because I never thought I could be an actor. Let me put it in quotes.
Wait. So you're an artist, you're a songwriter, you're a singer, you're a producer, and an actor as well.
Not like...
Or trained actor.
Yes, you know how it is, like in school you have to like do the whole theatrical performance and stuff. So I had to like channel that inner actress in me. But I cannot say that I'm an actress or not at all.
We're all actors and actresses in some way.
Some way, yeah. If you put a camera in my face, yeah, I might try.
Oh, cool. And obviously, your music, how would you define your genre of music? You know, are you an artist or a musician who's comfortable being boxed as R&B, Afropop, or, you know, you're just like, you know what, I sing whatever I like, whenever I like?
Well, I used to do that.
Yeah.
And I think me niching myself was kind of like trying to find my voice. So over the years, I've really like struggled with like a lot of genres, trying to like say I don't have a niche. There are benefits and disadvantages as well of not being a niched artist, but in terms of being a flexible artist, of course I can, if I'm to sing with a hip hop artist, I could, you know, morph myself into singing that genre, but I can safely say that I'm an R&B artist and I fuse my art with like Afropop, but mostly I'm an R&B artist.
Yeah. But when you say R&B, my mind just goes to the 90s, because for me that was the golden era of R&B.
90s, baby.
And then when you look at Afropop, it's more recent. So for me, it sounds like a blend of the old and the new to create a sound that's probably relevant to you. But I want to talk about that in terms of just unpacking the influences that you had, primarily from an R&B perspective, and then we can navigate towards the Afropop influences as well.
So I'm a 90s baby. My sister and my family, my older siblings, they helped me like wagantukuza on old R&B. So Boys to Men, you know, like Tavin Campbell, all these other like oldies in Aliyah. And when I started trying to find my sound, I really was like intrigued by Rihanna. So, you know, this new artist, Ciara, the old music in the 2010s and stuff, that's when I started finding my voice. So most of my music, when I write it, even like when I hear a song in the studio or like a beat, it's always like influenced with like the older 90s R&B. And I always wanted to hold on to that because I feel like, you know, with R&B artists, even in Zimbabwe right now, and we're trying to, you know, grow.
It's still a very niche market.
So, it is. I've always been influenced by like old R&B, and of course, urban grooves here in Zimbabwe. You know, Royce and what's
Roy and Royce.
Roy and Royce. Those are the artists, and I'm always like intrigued by how they used to do their music.
And then Afropop. You know, sometimes I feel a bit selfish, even calling it Afropop. Because I feel like it's gone so global in terms of its impact and its influence. And you know, I feel like we might as well just call it pop because that's what's popular right now.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me, but from an Afro-pop perspective, if we were just for semantics purposes,
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences in that regard?
Some of my influences in that regard, I'm always looking, of course, now you have Arya Star and Thames, like taking up like Afro-pop and stuff. But I cannot safely say that it's like pop.
Yeah.
Yes, it is popping, but of course pop is like very American and stuff. For us, we are
that's
in
what
the
we are owning the road. It might be African, but it's pop.
But it's popping, yeah. So like for now, it's like here in Africa, of course we have to put that Afrofusion. So we have to say it's Afro-pop and really like it that way because we can get away with fusing that African style within our music, so that people can resonate that we are from here. When we do our music, because during like my time growing in this music industry, people have always thought that I'm an international artist. So when Afropop came around, I was like, yes, at least I can fuse my my music.
Found a space,
I found my space here. So that was fun.
I mean, obviously, we've walked through like how you sort of got into music and how the influences and everything.
Yeah.
Now let's land on when then you became Rach, the artist, and the first song that you released. And I know you also have an EP that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
So when Rage came about, it was like 5 years ago.
Yep.
I did a song called Hey Mister.
Yeah.
You know what's funny enough? It's just that I didn't really I pushed the song behind, but never did press for it.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes when I get like into public transport or like when I'm listening to the radio, like driving back home or whatever it is, I could hear my song play on radio.
How was that feeling
that
for
was
you?
so cool. Yeah, that was so cool. I'm like, wow, they're really playing me on radio.
Yeah.
So from there, I was like, okay, I need to take this music thing seriously because I knew that I was a singer, but never really had the ropes on like how to go about it. But now it's more of like I'm more confident when it comes to putting my music out there and really trying to push for it for people to actually hear what I have to say.
And the EP?
And then my EP, with that, it's called Roses. It's like 2 years ago now when I pushed that EP out. And when I tried to like write about that, it was more of like a heartbreak kind of EP. So
heartbreak is such a muse, isn't it?
It is.
Like, people,
is.
especially for R&B.
Well, we love to write about heartbreak. It's heartbreak, love, it comes easier.
Yeah.
It comes easier. So when I wrote about that, it was fun to write music around love and heartbreak.
Are there any musical projects that you're working on currently?
Yeah, so I kind of took like a hard shift last year getting into
No heartbreaks to inspire you this time?
No. I have healed. But this time around, I wanted to sing more about like the hard stuff in the country, like social justice issues. So that's when I learned about using art for advocacy, advocating through my art. When you're saying part-time activist, I'm literally like proper activism, but using artivism. So the projects that I was currently working on is more on seeing about mental health issues that are affecting us as young people and stuff like that. So I guess my depression kind of fosters the music that I produced last year and the music that I'm working on this year. So the project that I'm working on this year, I have a song that's coming up, which is a women empowerment song. So
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.